There is a renewed push in Toledo for universal pre-K.
However, the organization behind the push is in need of more funding to stay afloat. Today, I-Team reporter Sean Hegarty takes a look at the concerns surrounding the future of pre-K in Toledo. And we also take a look at Michigan, where there's been an increase in pre-K students through its LEAP program. Plus, the latest from Washington as President Trump continues his goal to gut the Department of Education and what it means for your child's schooling. Access to early childhood education is the big story that we are following right here on this Monday.
The National Education Association suggests early childhood education helps students become more academically prepared. It makes them more likely to graduate high schools and increases their chances of becoming higher earners in the workforce. Wallet Hub, which is a personal finance site, released in July of last year a study on states with the best and worst early education systems in the United States. The study compared all 50 states and considered access, quality, and resources in the states. Ohio was ranked 36th, putting it toward the middle. According to Wallet Hub, Ohio's resources and economic support ranked as one of the worst in the country. Factors that went into the ranking included Ohio's share of school districts that offer a state pre-K program, the number of pre-K quality benchmarks that were met, and the total reported spending per child enrolled in pre-K. However, the Buckeye State did rank higher for overall quality of early education systems.
Well, meanwhile, in the last few years, Lucas County has seen an increased push for universal pre-K education. And this month, a number of city council leaders announced that they are still working to make fully funded universal pre-K a reality in Toledo. Now, that effort is underway to bring the idea back to the voters, with a push to get a new levy on the ballot this November. Well, right now, around 5,000 children turn 4 years old in Lucas County every year, but not all of them spend that year enrolled in preschool. The latest effort to get universal pre-K in Toledo is being led by Hope Toledo, a nonprofit organization. However, as our I-Team has reported, Hope Toledo has faced some funding setbacks in recent weeks. And Hope Toledo was front and center on the pre-K discussion this morning with Toledo's Rotary program. The call was an approach with everyone at the table.
What exactly that looks like is not known, especially if Hope Toledo gets to the ballot. I-Team reporter Sean Hegarty joins us live with today's discussion. Sean?
Yeah, and Tony, no one's arguing against early childhood education. Everyone seems to support it. The issue becomes, how do you pay for it? Funding universal pre-K is part of that discussion. Lots of education advocates today arguing for more pre-K education. Now, right now, the state only fully funds from kindergarten and beyond, with some suggesting that the state do universal pre-K and pay for it for 4-year-olds, for example. Some said federal dollars could come in if the education department is dismantled and some of that money comes back. Now, Hope Toledo does some of that pre-K right now, with their leaders telling the I-Team today that barring some major boost in money, that's going to end with the school year this year.
For Hope Toledo to fund another school year with our 20 partner providers, the answer is no. What our goal is not just to focus on just funding through the 20 partners that we've had in our demonstration project. The goal has always been, since 2018, was to fund this at scale.
Now, what could that funding scale look like, and where would that money come from? That's tonight on Action News at 6 o'clock. Tony?
Sean Hegarty reporting live for us this afternoon. Last week, the Lucas County Commissioners gave $100,000 to Hope Toledo. That money comes from the county in the form of an economic development grant. That money will also go to help providers finish out the school year, but the commissioners add this is only a temporary fix. Lucas County Commissioner Pete Gherkin told our I-Team, quote, "This does not save the program. It does not move the program into next year. There should be a lot of questions by us, the board members, and how we got to this," adding, "I'm disappointed that we got to this point in time, at this time."
Well, there are currently only 11 states, including Michigan, in the country that offer universal pre-K programs. Well, this month, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer says preschool is easier than ever to access. She shared that is some of the strides that she believes are being made in the world of early childhood education. That includes the state's enrollment in the free pre-K program. It's reaching more than 47,000, which is the highest the state has seen in over a decade.
Because of our work, thousands more kids are getting the education that they deserve, and their parents have peace of mind to know that they are supported and in safe places, and they're also saving money too, a lot of money.
Well, Governor Whitmer went on to say free pre-K saves parents an average of $10,000 a year. Right now, more than 50% of all Michigan 4-year-olds are enrolled in that free program.
If you'd like to get your child involved in Michigan's free pre-K program, you can do so by going to this website. And there you'll be able to put in your zip code to find a pre-K near your home or work. You can then select the program based on your needs and complete an application. Applications are accepted on a rolling basis.
Well, that means families can apply during the spring or the summer for the fall school year start. And if you apply now, you're likely to hear back about your child's enrollment by May or June. Again, you can find a link to this on our website and other programs that fit your needs through 13abc.com. Well, following the Department of Education cutting nearly 50% of its workforce this month, educators have expressed some deep concern for the future of their students.
Supporters who traveled to D.C. this weekend tell Washington correspondent Ryan Henson how the actions in the Capitol are impacting students across the nation.
The White House has already fired more than half of the employees here at the Department of Education. President Trump has pointed to declining test scores and the rising cost per student as a reason to dismantle the department.
We want education to be moved back where the states run education, where the parents of the children will be running education, where governors that are doing a very good job will be running education.
So in response to this week's cut of 1,300 plus workers, education advocates flocked to Washington, D.C. to support the fired workers. Ron Martin, a social studies teacher from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, says Washington politics will impact every public school student, especially the most vulnerable.
Who is it going to impact? It's going to impact all of our students. When you cut one area, it's got to come from somewhere. And so they'll take from other areas, and it will be dysfunctional for the whole system.
Third grade math and science teacher Mark Carvella has seen direct support from the Department of Education elevate his students and his own children academically.
My daughter had a speech IEP that she needed in elementary school to help her communicate. My son had 504, which for mental health issues. And without those programs, he never would have graduated from high school.
This kind of chaos is no way to govern, but Trump is doing that because he is a person who completely abuses his power.
Hawaii Senator Mazie Hirono says she is fighting on behalf of American families in Congress and with words against the current administration.
It would be really great if we had a president who actually gave a rip about our country.
What they are doing in a short amount of time will take years for us to fix.
In Washington, I'm Ryan Henson.
And dozens of lawsuits have been filed to potentially stop the cuts to the Department of Education. And we'll bring you the details as those lawsuits make their way through court and the future of that department. You can find the details both on air and online. You can also get those alerts sent straight to your phone. All you have to do is download the 13 Action News app. It's available as a free download in your phone's app store.